salute. Shout out to everybody joining us on a late night. Tuesday, March 27th, 2021. Definitely another amazing night. Wonderful back-to-back days. This is the exact kind of way that you want to start your week off. And I know there's a lot of happy people throughout the community. So shout out to everybody, that's able to join us right now. Shout out to all the subscribers, the followers, that everyone that was able to take advantage of, a very wonderful slate of sports, predetermined, scripted sports, but nonetheless, it was, a magnificent clean sheet on back-to-back days, and I know there's a lot of happy people, throughout not only my channel, my community, but just people who follow the work in general. So salute to you guys. Definitely appreciate the support. As you can see on this channel, we don't talk down on nobody else. We don't worry about what anybody else is doing. We simply promote the work and continue to bring examples to new people who come across the channel on how these scripted sports continue to happen on a daily basis, and the things that we show are far beyond what they call a coincidence. So when you're doing your thing, when you're successful and you're consistent, you're not really worried about what anybody else is doing. So salute to all the positive people, all the people that promote the channel, that are building within the community. And like we've always said from the beginning, we're going to continue to get the bozos out of here and make sure that we protect and just and keep it cordial, keep it clean, along the process of what we're trying to do, which is build financial literacy, build financial freedom, as well as just wake people up from the spell that they've been put under for a long time. So thank you guys for joining us on a very late night, and we're going to quickly summarize how we dominated across multiple sports, multiple plays, and we're able to just manufacture a handful of amazing underdogs, as well as back-to-back clean sheets, perfect nights, which is always amazing when you could do something like that. It's humbling as well, and I definitely want to say that I appreciate when we're able to do this stuff, and you guys should definitely appreciate that as well. So salute to you guys. Thank you for joining us. If you're in here, click that like button. Y'all know how we like to do it. Don't be in the majority. Definitely be in the minority. And we'll kick this summary off, like we always love to say on this channel. Gematria at its finest, easy as 1, 2, 3. So the first play of the day was pretty much very clear cut. This was a big favorite, so to this specific play. But obviously the New York Yankees to defeat the Baltimore Orioles, definitely on the surface, as well as once you took a deeper dive, this was one of the easier plays on the day. The New York Yankees were around a minus 170 money line, so it wasn't really a great price, but still within the range of you can responsibly attack games such as like this, especially when it looks so good for the Yankees on the surface, as well as one of their prime number relationships for anybody that follows the New York teams and the New York franchises. So just quickly to summarize this play, the New York Yankees defeated the Baltimore Orioles in Baltimore. Obviously, Baltimore fell to 3-9 at home. 39 is a number that hits all throughout across multiple different sports, but especially with the New York franchises. So you guys will pay attention right now. New York equals 39 in the purest cipher. The blue cipher is the purest cipher. New York equaling 39 is also a number that the Orioles share with New York. Orioles equaling 39 in the purest cipher. So you have a pure cipher relationship with the number 39. And the Baltimore Orioles fell today to become 3-9 on the season versus the 39 team out of New York. One of the other things that we saw and we definitely pointed out. As you can see, with the Yankees winning, they became 10-13 for the season, as well as Baltimore with the loss, they became 10-13. So the 10-13 was on both records, and just taking a deeper dive at the location of this game, we were able to see that 113 is definitely a number that plays with this location. As you guys can see, Oriole Park at Camden Yards equals 113 in single reduction. 113 being the 30th prime number, and Tuesday being named after the planet Mars, equaling 30 in reverse full reduction. So the perfect day of the week for teams to fall at 10-13, where 10-13, where 113 is the 30th prime number, Tuesday being named after Mars, Mars equaling 30 in reverse full reduction. So that was, the first play of the day. That one was pretty clear cut. A lot of surface things on right on top for the New York Yankees to defeat the Baltimore Orioles. But like we said, it was a little bit high on the money line price, but we definitely still wanted to give it out just for people who are looking for multiple games to spread their action across. So salute to the people that were able to take advantage of that play. That one was pretty clear cut and pretty even. So moving along to the next play of the day, which was as well a little bit high on the money line price, but depending on how you played it, money line or the spread, you hit on both occasions. We'll get right to it. So the Portland Trailblazers to defeat the Indiana Pacers in the NBA. So we have Portland picking up their 33rd win of the season. Obviously, Portland being out of Oregon being the 33rd state, is a number that follows this team as well. But not just that, they were playing in Indiana versus Indiana, and obviously Indiana equaling 137, the 33rd prime number. Always speak about numbers and their relationships. It's definitely something you want to pay attention to. For those of you not familiar with what we're using, this is called gematria, and it's a number system that's directly connected to the English alphabet. It's used by the cabal and the elite, to secretly communicate and further themselves along throughout sports, and continue to put people to sleep by turning people into fans and having them, look up to these false idols as well as these athletic actors. So this is what we use. This is called the gematria calculator, and basically it just starts, basic with the A equals 1, B equals 2, C equals 3. And we show on a daily basis on how these sports games are definitely not actual fair game competition that you're watching. They're predetermined outcomes that people have already decided which way this game is going to go, and it has nothing to do with the players on the court. So salute to everybody that was able to take advantage of the Portland Trailblazers to defeat the Indiana Pacers. The spread was -6 points for Portland. As you guys can see, they won by 21 points. So the spread was covered. The money line was covered, obviously, as well. So salute to everybody that was able to take advantage of that. Always wonderful when you can start the day out with multiple wins. So the next play of the day was actually a hockey game. So let me get it up for you guys so you guys are able to see it. Okay. So salute to everybody joining us right now. Appreciate you guys. Hit that like button so we're able to, get the work out. Other people are able to come across this work. If you're not in tune, you definitely need to get in tune. Figure out, exactly how to start taking advantage of what's been going on for the longest time. So the NHL game, that there was a pretty clear-cut, obvious lean in this game. The Washington Capitals to defeat the New York Islanders. So one thing that was very, very obvious and right on the surface was once you took a look at the Washington Capitals record previously versus the New York Islanders, you'll see, and I highlighted it here for everybody to pay attention, you guys can see. So the Washington Capitals were currently on 94 losses versus the New York Islanders, and that's always a number I love to pay attention to when it comes to games that are being played on Tuesday. So, taking a deeper look, there are 94 losses versus the Washington Islanders, and versus the New York Islanders, and this is exactly why we have the Washington Capitals to defeat the New York Islanders. So, and stay on those 94 losses. So, as you guys can see, Tuesday equals 94 in reverse ordinal, right? But it also equals 95, so that was kind of tricky. But once you took a deeper dive at this game, the 94 is the number that was there to play. So New York Islanders equals 94 in reverse full reduction. Washington Capitals equals 94 in single reduction. So this is the reason why we have the Washington Capitals defeating the New York Islanders and staying on the 94 all-time losses on Tuesday, which equals 94. And salute to everybody that was able to take advantage of that. So I believe Washington was about a minus 105 or an even line. So that was a very beneficial line for anybody that was looking for multiple plays. Salute to everybody that was able to take advantage of that. Amazing. Obviously staying on that 94 and the perfect day of the week to stay on that 94. So fast forward into the next play of the day, which was amazing and I loved it, which was a plus 110, plus 115 underdog. Salute to everybody that was able to take advantage of the Toronto Blue Jays to defeat the Washington Nationals. Let's get that game up for you guys so you guys can see it. So I love it when the game score is very indicative of the specific numbers that we mentioned in the decode and that we specifically isolated before the game even starts. It lets us know exactly how on top of the ritual we were whenever we're able to show that not only the main number that was spoken about in the decode is the number that's reflected in the final score of the game. So as you guys can see, the Toronto Blue Jays defeated the Washington Nationals 9-5. Now 95 was the main number that was broken down in the decode on why it was so important. Right now, as you guys saw, I just broke down for you. Tuesday equals 94 as well as 95. Right? So we're gonna get into it right now. Max Scherzer, who's the starting pitcher of the Washington Nationals, and is a beast, by the way, but he also has a lot of rituals that mainly play with his win or loss record. So I always like to pay attention to Max Scherzer whenever he's on the mound. As you guys can see, he came into today on 94 losses. 94, Max Scherzer, 94 all-time losses for his career. Okay? Now, as you guys can see, the score was 9-5, like 95, right? Max Scherzer today was playing against the Blue Jays, which equals 95. The main number that was spoken about in the decode, 95. Max Scherzer picked up his 95th loss versus the Blue Jays, which equals 95, on Tuesday, which equals 95 in English ordinal. And also, as I just showed you guys, the Blue Jays won the game 9-5, which lets us know exactly how directly on point the decode was for this specific game, that the game ended up being 9-5. Now, salute to all my Sharks that took advantage of this game and all my veterans that jumped on top of this, because the Toronto Blue Jays fell down early in this game 3-0 in the third inning. And you had about a 10 or 15 minute window to jump on the Toronto Blue Jays plus 300, plus 350 money line price to actually come back and win the game. You had about a 10 to 15 minute window. I had to jump on it quick. So salute to all my Sharks. Salute to all my veterans that definitely attacked this game and were able to get that super advantageous price live betting and attacking this game like a business and you know, somewhat like a stock market. Because that very next inning, they took the lead 4-3 and never looked back ever since then. So salute to everybody that was on this pregame of Toronto Blue Jays plus 115, plus 120, as well as a live game bet of over plus 300 for the people that genuinely have been here for a long time, my Sharks, my veterans, and people that believed in the decode of the 95 that was spoken about and broken down prior to this game. Always love seeing that when the number ends up being reflected in the score. Always super amazing. So, shout out to everybody that was on top of that. And it's always lovely when we see things, when we see it broken down like that. So, one of the other plays that was on the slate as well. It's a number that we follow all the time with this specific, franchises, these teams hailing from this city. And for anybody that's followed this channel for a while, we always speak about specific numbers that relate to specific cities. And one of the main numbers that connect to the city of Philadelphia is the number 65. So salute to everybody that was able to take advantage of the St. Louis Cardinals plus 110, plus 115 to defeat the Philadelphia Phillies at home and become 6-5 at the in their home record, like the number 65, playing against Philadelphia, which equals 65 in the purest cipher, full reduction. So the perfect team to become 6-5 at home against the 65 team, Philadelphia. There are certain numbers that correlate with specific cities, and once you see them, for anybody that's been following Gematria, this is a number that directly, symbolically synchronizes with the city of Philadelphia. And once we saw that, it was all she wrote. So shout out to everybody that was on top of that underdog play of the St. Louis Cardinals to defeat the Philadelphia Phillies. And another amazing play. If you ain't here, click that like button, man. Don't be a bozo. Definitely appreciate it. Helps get the work out. Helps other people come across the work. And, I would really appreciate it. So fast forwarding to the next play. Another NBA game that we were on top of. And there was a bunch of numbers here for the Dallas Mavericks. But shout out to everyone that took advantage of the plus 150, plus 155 Dallas Mavericks to defeat the Golden State Warriors. This is why I love the Gematria just in its purest form. It always leads you to the promised land, and it's always going to put you in an amazing position. So the Dallas Mavericks picked up their 34th win of the season, but what they did stay on was they stayed on 27 losses. And this is a number that's very symbolic, especially today being the 27th day of the month. But as you guys can see, the Golden State Warriors finished with 103 points, which is the 27th prime number. So obviously this game had everything to do with the number 27, and it is a number that follows every single ritual, because ritual equals 27 in the purest cipher. So the Dallas Mavericks stayed on 27 losses for the season on the 27th day of the month, playing on TNT, which equals 27 in reverse ordinal. And then they were playing the Golden State Warriors, which equals 270 in reverse ordinal. In numerology, 0 has no values, so 270 looks a lot like the number 27. Perfect ritual number, perfect number to stay on versus the 27 team on the 27th day of the month, playing on the 27 network of TNT. So salute to everybody that was on top of that one. Very nice number to be able to take advantage of. And this game wasn't even close. The Dallas Mavericks put it on the Golden State Warriors. And pretty much ever since the first quarter, the game was pretty much locked up and over. So shout out to everybody that took advantage of that play and, was in the driver's seat and, made it a very super beneficial day for themselves. And just fast forward to the last play of the day. I don't want to make it too long, but the plus, I believe it was plus 130, plus 140. Let me see. Okay, yeah, so plus 150, I'm sorry, Arizona Diamondbacks to defeat the San Diego Padres. Salute to everybody that also took advantage of this play. Like we said, it was an amazing night, a truly amazing night. Multiple underdogs across the board. But the Arizona Diamondbacks to defeat the San Diego Padres at a plus 150 price. Liddy. So salute to all the Arizona Diamondback takers. But obviously the San Diego Padres were favored prior to this game. But we'll take a very quick surface look at the San Diego Padres. With a loss, they became 8-4 on the season, like 84. And that is a number that follows Arizona. Arizona equals 84 in English ordinal. So a very, very symbolic number to hit versus the 84 team, San Diego Padres, picking up the loss to become 8-4 at home, while the Arizona Diamondbacks picked up the win at home to become 3-3, like the number 33, and that is a number that follows the San Diego Padres. San Diego Padres equaling 137, the 33rd prime number. So a very symbolic team. A very symbolic number of 33 to become 3-3 at home, like the number 33, versus the San Diego Padres equaling 137, the 33rd prime number. So salute to everybody that was on top of all those underdogs across the board. NBA, NHL, as well as the MLB, continuing to dominate. Once again, back-to-back perfect days. Definitely getting a lot of online sports books upset. A lot of Vegas casinos upsets. A lot of just I don't know, underground bookies, whatever the case may be. Wherever it is, people lay their action. There are a lot of happy customers due to the content that we were able to produce tonight. So salute to that. Consistent results as well as consistent decodes that continue to speak for themselves. We don't have to champion the work. We don't have to champion the name, because it pretty much speaks for itself. And whenever you have solid nights, perfect nights, you definitely want to appreciate those, but you definitely still want to maintain and continue to be humble with your wins as well as your losses. And that's what we continue to promote. Obviously, not going to be perfect every single day, but for the times that we do end up on the wrong side of the game, people are already in the know and understand exactly why that game might have gone left, because it's already explained to them in the type of decode that I provide to them. They're already given the information on why something may necessarily go left or not go the way that we think it might go. But more times than not, we definitely end up on the correct side of the game. And, for anybody that doesn't believe it, feel free to check out my Instagram. Feel free to check these YouTube videos out, see the work that we provide on the channel, as well as join the community whenever it is you decide you're ready to get in tune. But to salute to the people that are already in tune and were able to take advantage of an amazing night, clearing the board, back-to-back clean sheets. It's always lovely when stuff like that can happen, and you definitely want to appreciate it when it does. So let me see what you guys are saying, man. So salute to everybody. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for joining us. On that note, but before we get up out of here, I just want to see real quick. So I want to just take a quick gander at if anybody who parlayed these games exactly the type of payout that we provided for people today. So I'm gonna see exactly the type of payout that we provided. So we had the I'm gonna get it ready for you guys right now. Give me a minute. I'm gonna see exactly the numbers that. So let's see, minus 195. Okay. We got. I'm gonna see exactly the type of numbers that paid out today on a parlay. Wow, I know it's amazing too, but we're gonna check it out either way. Okay, so for anybody who was smart enough to parlay these plays, right? These 7 plays, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. As you guys can see, multiple underdogs on that. But for $100 parlay, this would have paid out, wow, $13,137 on this 7-team parlay. $13,137.46 for these 7 plays. I don't know about you guys, but that's a pretty good night. So On that note, I'm gonna just leave it right there. You know, I should make that the picture for this video. This parlay calculator of $13,137 for anybody that parlayed those plays. So salute, as you guys can see right here. So it says the fixed odds for a parlay table for 7 teams is 75 to 1. Now we don't necessarily encourage parlays because I know exactly that's how Vegas wins when people parlay multiple plays. But that's, you know, just look at those numbers, man. So salute to you guys. Appreciate you guys for staying up with me. Appreciate the real subscribers. Appreciate anybody that's continuing to support us and not being a bozo, not being a hater, being progressive, being positive, and you know, just supporting those who support you and supporting good people, man. And putting out the energy that you want reciprocated right back. That's the type of people we want in this community. So on that note, we're gonna get up out of here. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for joining us. And you know, if you're not in tune, you definitely need to get in tune. And have a good night, man. Appreciate you guys. Victor, I'm out of here.